Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's crack it. And today I'm back with a new video of step plus assessment. Some actual question asked in that assessment. And this is very mandatory in most of the companies like Wipro, Cognizant, and many others because a candidate business English or proficiency is rated from this test. And even for the on-site opportunities, this test is very mandatory. Your score will be taken as a one of the parameters. So first and foremost, what actually is this step plus assessment? Why is it conducted? So in order to rate a candidate in terms of his English proficiency, this is conducted. So the test will be in four sections like listening, speaking, reading, and grammar. So on these four sections, a candidate proficiency is tested. So if we look into the pattern, there are four sections, each containing 15 minutes, first three sections, and speaking is of 7 minutes. So here comes our very first question, guys. Eduardo his job a few months ago because he got a better offer. So directly the right answer is B, because if you observe the tense of the sentence, the tense of the sentence is in past, simple past tense. So in simple past tense, we need to use subject plus verb to form. So verb to form of quit is quit. Even in the past tense, quit is quit. There is no change, but some people might confuse with option A because only in present tense we need to add s to the verb, like he plays cricket, he drinks coffee, but here quit is in verb to form, so option B is the correct one. And coming to the second question, I was taking notes blank, you are presenting your data well. So the option A is the correct answer because while we are speaking, action is being performed. So whenever we are an action is being performed by at the time of speech, we use while. So here comes the third question. Irina not only answers calls for our department, blank schedules meetings, conference calls, and training session. So blindly you can just pick the answer option C because whenever you encounter not only, it has to be followed by but also. So not only play cricket but also chess. That way. Option C is the correct one. And moving on to the fourth, immediately. So here we need to identify the error. Like out of all these underlined words, immediately after we were leaving the conference, I realized that I had forgotten my briefcase. So guys, there is a rule. So whenever you use after, it needs to be in present past tense. Like it should not be in the continuous tense. Like after we left. Here it should be after we left, not were leaving. Option D is the correct answer. Immediately after we left the conference, I realized that I had forgotten my briefcase. And moving on to the next, the new CFO asked me catch up on all this paperwork as soon as possible. So by reading the sentence itself, you will come to know the error, right? The preposition to is missed here. The new CFO asked me to catch up. So option B is the correct answer. Like there is an error in this part. And moving on, here comes the question 6. If I were the CEO of this company, I diversify immediately. Option B is the correct answer. There is a fixed rule in English grammar. Like if I were you, we need to use would. If I were you, I would consult a doctor. If I were you, I would do that. I would do this in that way. And before proceeding to the further question, guys, if you are new to my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's crack it. And I'll be putting more interesting and useful content in my channel. So here comes the seventh question. As soon as I was meeting her, I guessed right away that she was a successful businesswoman. So basically here there is an error in the sentence, like whenever we use after or as soon as. So we need to use past tense, like after I finished my work, as soon as I saw him, that way. So here as soon as I met her, it should be in the past tense, not continuous. In past continuous tense it is, but it should be simple past. As soon as I met her, I guessed right away that she was a successful businesswoman. So option A is the correct answer. The error is in option A. And moving on, eighth, Martha was given several new and important accounts this year. I was only given minor accounts. So if you observe clearly in the eighth question, important accounts, minor accounts. So these two are opposite, right? Option A. In contrast, we need to use. So he was given important accounts, but in contrast, I was given only minor accounts. Moving on to the ninth, blank extensive communication throughout each stage of the project. We still had several misunderstandings from the client. So actually he meant to say that even after extensive communication, they still had several misunderstandings. So in order to express this kind of sentence, we use despite. Like despite gives us a sense even after. Actually despite gives a sense even after, but here the most probable most preferred is option B. Like despite being ill, I attended the school. Like even though I'm ill, I attended the school. Despite being very careful, I committed several mistakes. This way despite is used in such kind of sentences. So moving on, here comes 10th one. Who should I talk to in order to negotiate my salary for upcoming overseas assignment? So here B, I believe that blank by human resource department. So basically this is expressed in passive voice. I believe that it is handled by the human resource department. It is handled. Like this is expressed in passive form. So guys, you need to know the active voice, passive voice. So the formula of active voice and passive voice, and all the formula of tenses. Like for example, present tense, when it changes to active to passive voice, how will the changes will occur? All these kind of stuff you need to know, basic grammar rules. So 11th one, if Franz blank to the office later today, he will be able to answer all of our questions. So this is a grammar rule, like if you work hard, you will pass. So if the first verb is in present tense, then it should occur in future, simple future. Similarly, here we got it in he will be able to answer all of our questions if condition. So here it should be occurred in simple present tense. So if France comes, so option B is the correct answer. Not come, because for he, she, it, we need to use verb plus s. Come, a plus s comes. And 12th, our new training program blank employee retention is significantly over the next year. So our new training program will be improved, is going to improve. Option C, by next year it is. So it should be expressed in the future, simple future. So simple future tense it should be like it will improve or is going to improve, gives the same meaning. Option C is the correct answer. So guys, this is about the grammar part. Like you will be given a lot of questions, around 26 question. You need to answer it in 15 minutes. So that part is done. Now the next section is about listening. So in this section, basically you will be given a picture or something, and you will be given a button like play button. So once you play the button, like the speaker will be speaking about the picture. Like a picture is given, and speaker will speak about the picture. Like he will be speaking four sentences, one, two, three, four, or A, B, C, D. So you need to select the most appropriate sentence. Like if the picture says in option A they are having a meeting, in option B they are having some coffee, in option C they are fighting each other, in option C they are arguing each other. So what is the most appropriate one? Option A will be the most appropriate one, because they are having some meeting in a restaurant. That way you need to select. So all this section is about just listening to the speaker and selecting the appropriate option. Listening, it's all about listening and selecting the right choice. And moving on to the next section, third section. So there is no confusion about this section, because reading passages, basically you need to read some passage and answer the questions. Like you need to select the option reading passages. There is no confusion at all. And here comes the speaking section. For section 4, this is the most challenging out of all the section, because we need to speak, we need to record our audio. And some of the questions are like, you may be asked like to speak about why do you like your job. Why do you like your job? Speak about it. You need to speak and record your audio within 1.5 minutes. And Biggest decision you have ever made in your life. Some biggest decision or difficult decision in your life. So these are different kinds of question you are asked to record audio on. And there is also another type of question, like the speaker will ask a question. Speaker will ask a question and there are options displayed. You need to choose the right option and read it loud. So if you see on the left side, I think it's in the evening. No, I'm too busy right now. Yes. So four options. When you click on this play button, you will be having some question like, do you have some time? Do you have time? So the answer should be it's quarter to five, right? Do you have time? But other three options are I think it's in the evening. No, I'm too busy right now. So I need to select the most appropriate one this way. So there are different ways of asking questions. So this is about the stepless assignment, guys. Stepless. So if you are new to my channel, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be putting useful content. All the best for all those who are going to take the stepless assessment. All the best, guys. Give your best in this assessment.